Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mills looking to the air right away. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action. Mills rolling to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, the Vikings had 5-8, 3 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Mills throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Mills. Rolling to his right. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Well, here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
2 guys go rope. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 37. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mills throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A first down throw for Mills. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man London right side. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw.
Throws right back to London, complete again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. In the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Blue. Blue striker. Yellow, go.
Back to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch it, 6. Hey, 3. 6, level. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Red, striker. Black open.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Pass complete, now race for the marker. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cook again.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Mills to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, here's Mills. Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, Mills.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On second down, Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's Mills.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Mills on first down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. To try again after the sack. Mills. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what...
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the...
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Set.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead at Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 15 now.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
Right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook.
A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Set, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
London hauls this one in.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So the final seconds have ticked away.
Why would I?